Time around, Weibo first picking the Aphelios for Huanfeng now that the Caitlyn is taken off the table. Frigid responding with the Aphelios, and we're going to find out if Puff is just going to go towards the standard Jinx pick to answer, or the Corki, because honestly, it is really weird that Corki wasn't first picked, because it feels like it's first picked every game.
This Huanfeng's like, you know, I'm the priority here, and that means you give over Jinx, and we've seen this story before, Lyric. In the previous series, we saw that some OP picks that shouldn't have been given over were left in the hands of anyone's legend, and they won game one with it. So, curious to see if Weibo Gaming shore that up. You already talked about the Corki. We get a Jarvan with it too, if Angel just wants to pick it now.
I wonder if Angel, not having the confidence to bring that out in his pool yet, because he's not played a singular game of Corki so far this split. I do remember him playing it in 2019. Him and Maple flexing between top and mid with that champion was pretty funny to watch. And also rounding out with the Lulu. So right now, for the side of Weibo, definitely indexing more into that straight up 5v5, right? Having the Enchanter great scaling down in their bottom lane. Have the Jarvan to punish the Jinx on the opposite side. And TT, they say, if it is broke, well, it's broke, so I can't fix it, so let's just keep using it.
Dude, Corki made it through. Corki made it through all of these picks. Like, Weibo Gaming said, here, take Corki. And TT said, nah, let's try Galio again.
Now I wonder if they ban it, right? Because, again, it goes in the question of if Angel would pick it. Because not only is Corki obviously super OP, the S tier pick. Oh, I was just going to say, he is also the premier counter to Galio. But he's banned away. Angel will not get his chance to have his first stage game in 2022 LPL spring on the Corki. And it looks like for the side of Weibo, they are just going to take away some of these top laners that TT might save for that last pick, because we expect TT to go for a support on 4. There are certain things open, like hard engaged shell champions, Leona's the Nautilus. You are going to lose an early laning phase, but you have the kill pressure later on. Sadly, I feel like the biggest detriment to TT is the fact that Thresh was banned in the first rotation, so not going to have that safety from the Lantern to look to counteract. I don't think Karma fares all too well into the Lulu just being such an annoyance with her passive being able to trade with those. So for TT, you've already indexed so hard into all-in. I would like to see you continue with that, but instead, Hysterics, we might get Rusty. Everyone remembers Rusty, his favorite champion in the game.
Dude, any Australian prefers dog over cats, and that's that's generalization, that's stereotyping, that's obviously not true. But Yuumi is a champion that, honestly, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I have an aneurysm when I play against her. So, Lyric, SouthWind's going to pick it up. No comment there. I'm going to move on. The other side, we've seen a lot of top lane bans that you talked about. Are you just picking something safe? Are you picking a tank for TheShy? Like, what does he pull here blind?
For TheShy, we still do have things like the Jace left available. Obviously, you kind of want sustained damage going into the Yuumi, but I don't think there's too many safe blind picks out there. Oh, there's a safe blind pick. Doesn't opt into the usual TheShy style, which does catch me a little bit off guard, right? Moving towards that Gragas, going to be playing more of the frontline role. And my God, does he do it? Does he do it?
Viktor, or there's Yona.
He's gonna pick Viktor. He's gonna lock that one in right now.
Not enough AP damage, Lyric, is that why?
There's not enough AP damage, but you know, do you want to round out your comp well, or do you want to bring out the personality? Just saying. I think it was a clear choice. He chose not to. Weibo Gaming, front-to-back team fights, tons of scaling on their side. They do at least have the early game power coming out from the Jarvan, but at least in terms of what we're seeing so far, I don't see too much to play through, right? Viktor is going to have a tremendous amount of pressure, though, in this mid lane up against the Galio. And, ooh, new bringing out the GP up against the Gragas. So, Hysterics, we're matching scaling with scaling.
Do you remember TT's first series? Was it OMG?
Yes.
Who decided to hit top over and over? I don't have good memories of you this split
0
on the
and
GP.
7?
Yes, at least. I think it was 1 and 9, but I did get time the game in. New got bullied. And now this time around, granted, less chance up in that top side, but for New, we're hoping to have a better game than that. So you said matching scaling with scaling. I'd love you to elaborate on that, because was kind of just waiting to see if they brought Viktor top again. It was a weird Gragas mid, but it is normal for this Weibo Gaming roster. Elaborate on the comps a bit here, because there is tremendous scaling on TT's side this time.
Yeah, I do still feel like in terms of the scaling battle that I prefer what Weibo has, because they do have the double carry threat coming out in the Viktor and the Aphelios. Sure, I guess you have double carry threat on the side of TT as well with the Gangplank, but I think landing these barrels onto Viktor Aphelios should be quite hard. For the side of Weibo, they can play from a range. They can try and cut you out. Sure, there is a Jinx on the opposite side, but there's no way that Galio and Xin Zhao would be able to find any agency without being the aggressors in this composition. So for TT, you have this like weird dynamic of you're going to be using Galio and Xin Zhao to heal, or you're going to be using Yuumi, jump on Xin Zhao, run into the enemy team, Galio follow up, but then GP and Jinx don't have a great role in that composition, and Viktor's happy. He's like, cool, you're running into my gravity field. Aphelios is getting to hit you without awkwardly getting kited out, so I definitely favor what Weibo have put together this time around.
Yeah, walking into a Viktor as well, you know, through those chokes, through Viktor's terrain, has worked out so well in the LPL, and everything layered on top will be a disaster for TT. It'd be a disaster for TT if they can't win this game here, at least get their first game win of the LPL. And guys, I'm not talking series, because series win would be huge. TT is 0-4, as you see at the top of your screen, but they are 0-8, now 0-9 after game number 1 in individual game score. TT, the only team to not pick up one single game. Even LGD have 2 games under their wing. It's looking really rough for TT, and they don't even have the roster that we were all expecting, with Chieftain and UCal joining through. Even they wouldn't be able to bring this one back, because it's going to be a hard start to the split lyric, one that is insurmountable in my eyes.
It will be quite rough, right? Because not only at that point, like, sure, like you're saying, you're not necessarily eliminated from playoff contention or anything, but the more losses you stack up, the more you are reliant on other teams' results. It's not just about if you win all the rest of your series. No, you need other teams to lose, and to lose series where maybe they shouldn't. So for TT, every game is a little bit more do or die. They're taking another step on the fiery coals, which actually is pretty nice if you've ever done that yourself.
Okay. Great, yeah. Everyone loves to burn their feet, as Angel continues to show us in this mid lane matchup that he is the boss. This happened in game number 1 with the Syndra, now on the Viktor. Captain has to pay the respect and already building up a CS lead lyric. Feels like Angel didn't get enough credit last game, so hopefully I'll give him some if he continues down this path once again.
I feel like it's more that Captain is choosing to be the employee rather than Angel choosing to be the boss, right? 'Cause he's opting into the Galio pick. He's going for that one. He knows full well what's going to happen. We know Angel will bully out early on. We hit on this match a little bit last time with the range advantage coming in. Angel once again opting to play the carry just because he knows he can win so hard. For Captain, it's all about pairing with jungle. You have the gank setup coming out from Captain. Maybe bring Frigid in, force out a flash. Viktor will have to play more safe, and then you have more windows to roam Captain around the map. For the side of TT, it is going to be a lot about the spot lane.
Little lane, flash away. Well, if it's about the bottom lane, that's 3 summoners down for only 1 lyric, so the start's not looking too good.
Yeah, for the side of TT, this is why I'm surprised it didn't just index into more hard engage coming out with, you know, a tank support. We hit on things like Nautilus, Leona, whatever. You're going to get poked out. You're going to get bullied by the range disadvantage. And even Lulu's polymorph will be quite the annoyance to deal with. As I stop my bot lane point, SofM being cheeky,
Yeah, the wave
is New going to get bullied again.
I mean, it looks like it, because the wave pushing against TheShy. New has no choice at this point. Flash is available. SofM has been waiting for flag and drag. The ward's timed out, but he chooses not to after what was very creative passing.
Yeah, instead going to say, hey, we don't know if we can commit to TheShy, even relatively low on mana. So not wanting to commit to that play. Looks like SofM will find something, though. Just going to go to the enemy Krugs, steal those out. And hey, if the lane's still stuck in that neutral position, because we did see how the wave was going before, it sets up for that play to come through. And oh, Captain.
Being delayed. The pings are going down. It's like they have a suspicion that he's here. TheShy going to spot him out because that ward's there. Is he playing dumb? Well, Captain's still walking in the brush. TheShy there confidently, waiting out. They know that Captain's here, of course. The wave, as it pushes in, means that SofM has an avenue. Kind of awkward. Captain walking into brush.
Captain's gonna walk into
SofM's
it.
gonna see him. The slow's gonna come through. Shield and Rand as the Justice Punch to get away is there. SofM holds on to the flag and drag. He gets out himself and nothing comes of it, Lyric. We just go back to normality and the wave resets on the top side too.
Look, if last game was this like awesome amalgamation of chaos, I am going to break some hearts and say I do not expect that this time around whatsoever. This will probably be the Farm Fest to end all Farm Fests, bringing us back to whatever it was of like 2005 when Farmville was a massive game in the world.
Playing it through Facebook or something as well as. Hey, so if it's going to be a Farm Fest, talk to me a little bit about, you know, early game and what you can kind of do. We know how Jarvan wants to get involved early, and Angel feels like a responsible lane.
No, I kind of feel like for the side of Weibo, you don't have all too many opportunities. There's some ganks set up top coming out from your Gragas. We know GP is very vulnerable. We've already seen SofM look for that play once before, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him continuously look for that. And for Frigid, we already hit on it earlier, right? For TT's win con is like, hey, you have this mid laner who kind of enables your jungler. He is finally at the point where it's like, sure, you're going to be trading HP to be able to push the wave, but passive Q, bam, wave is gone for Galio. He can start hovering towards his bottom side, and TT can try and start setting up some of these aggressive plays onto Huanfeng and on. So for Weibo, probably looking towards top, setting up some dives onto this GP early, and for TT, we already see the play happening.
But they don't get the Gleaming Quill or whatever it's called here from Yuumi. Frigid comes on in, doesn't burn the flash, but it is taken from on. So as he backs away, SouthWind did queue up with his jungler. And that's an early Yuumi roam.
But hey, SofM picking up another Scuttle Crab. You know this man. He's going to continue farming. He's going to start getting some vision down, getting that vision score up. And PT pick up a dragon. Okay, all so in a day's work.
Farm Fest continues once again. I want to say that, Lyric, you know, in this hidden Farm Fest, we do have some CS leads worth mentioning. You said it's going to be a jump.
Do we, though?
Wait, Frigid is Frigid die? No, yes.
He's not going to die. You know what I think is worth mentioning? You know what is the biggest tragedy of this past millennium?
What?
Us losing Betty White. I don't know if we've ever addressed that on broadcast.
Oh my
It
God.
must be addressed. It is depressing. Betty White was an absolute legend. If Betty White isn't or wasn't your celebrity crush, I don't know. You're just wrong. Golden Girls, absolute amazing series.
Okay. I would take you for someone who watches Golden Girls. It's interesting because if you talk about celebrities, you know Meatloaf passed away today. If anyone doesn't know, if they haven't seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, absolute classic, bit of a musical, but Meatloaf passed away today, so very sad. He is known for doing a very subpar performance at the AFL Grand Final, but it is, you know, the day of his death, so we probably won't linger on the bad things, only the good. You know what I'm talking about, Lyric? You know what I'm talking about?
Meatloaf, yeah.
Okay, good. Let's check. I feel like some people, maybe, I don't know, Zoomers in chat might not understand who Meatloaf was. Only people who are kind of,
you know, it's not about talking about the depressing things of their passing. It's about highlighting their legacy, the good that they brought to the world.
Like the bottom lane, level 6 Huanfeng who ultis out, flashes him.
Oh, flash over!
Past the exhaust as well. Huanfeng is still here with a couple of shurikens at the ready. The Pup and SouthWind survive. That's dirty Yuumi healing, and there is no healing reduction from Huanfeng as he burns everything to get in.
We also see Huanfeng is like all of us. He is tired of sitting and staring, pressing tab to see the CS scores. He's ready for something to happen. Sadly for him, he blew all his summoners. Yep. Puff as well, still having flash, so Puff is absolutely fine right now. Herald is up. Neither team looking to be leaning over just yet. TT maybe have a window to go for with the fact that their bot lane does have so much pressure and that Huanfeng now doesn't have summoners. But we're gonna be waiting to see that one.
Even though Herald's up as well, like no team's looking at it, but again, what you're mentioning, Captain with Predator available, Ultimate too. SofM, Spider says Tingling. Explosive cast. TheShy just sick of everything and wanted some more tier stacks.
His E is also down, so I mean, with how bored he was, right? He must have eaten in, looked for a trade, and I don't know if he just decided, no, I'm not about this, and then starting to wander off. TT, though, have been aggressively angling towards the bot lane for some time. Frigid's still going to be looking for this play. And we hit on the fact that Weibo Gaming's bot lane has no summoners. This is the clear point of tension for Weibo and what TT want to punish. Cannon Barrage is up for new.
Huanfeng with absolutely no mana. Tough getting out of there. SofM chasing him down. Just note that SofM has almost the CS number of TheShy. Like, he's got 66 in the jungle. He's ahead by quite a lot as we look at this again. And Lyric, yeah, you mentioned it. He wanted to get out before the barrel drain comes through. He saves himself a little bit there, so going a bit too deep and unfortunately missing out.
I mean, had he been able to hit the abilities, right, could have looked for a really good aggressive trade. Sadly, everything misses. Like, oh, whoops. Let me get the hell out of here. And Hysterics, we are at the point of level 6 across the map. You know what that means? This is where Frigid is going to do his blue buff. Okay. He's going to do his little gromp, make it over to Wolves, and then BAM! Straight into the mid lane. Galio charge in, taunt to Viktor. Viktor now has no flash. You make your way up towards top side and you take the Herald. But sadly, everything I just said, Weibo have beaten you to it. They're already at the Herald. And Frigid is still finishing his gromp.
I don't like this story. That got scary real quick. I was happy being in the warm, fuzzy place. And then suddenly you just had to make it too real for him. Huff's bringing Yuumi though. The SouthWind alongside him, excuse me. And Captain with the Predator available. Let's see something happen from TT, because might not be in the bottom lane, but they brought everyone here. New trying to get his setup GP barrels, and finally, we're going to get blood on Summoner's Rift. TheShy has an explosive cast once again, and he's got them pincered here as the Viktor damage comes out from Angel. I believe it's secured by Frigid with the explosive cast. Everything missing here. Lost chapter, last chapter, the book's out. SouthWind going to find himself a Huanfeng, and Weibo Gaming missed absolutely everything, Lyric.
There's no better way of putting that. It was so depressing, it is a little bit comical for the side of Weibo. I think they were able to prevent the Herald from going over, though. It doesn't look like anyone on the side of TT picked it up, so yeah. Looks like Weibo were able to take away that objective, despite the fact that they themselves did not pick it up. TT, though, are the ultimate winners of that skirmish. We're going to keep an eye on what goes on here. They're trying to force their way in, get Frigid down. Frigid instantly looking in. TheShy's ultimate not doing anything. We see Huanfeng as well, missing everyone. Could be a byproduct of the fact that TheShy pushed everyone away. Chaos Storm, never a chance to use it coming in for Angel. And the fact that TheShy isn't in there creating space to tank, that SofM isn't in there as well, it means that Angel and Huanfeng not able to aggressively walk forward, and TT able to find that one kill.
Luckily, SofM was able to steal the Herald, so it's not as big as a play with that one kill adding into the objective. The Eye of Saruman actually timing out. So no one picks it up in the end, and now TT back onto the map in front of the dragon. TheShy, can he solo kill this? I mean, you getting whittled down with common. Explosive cast. Hello again, friend. Barrel roll once more, the pot save.
Come on, TheShy, come on.
And he wants this, dude. Gragas versus the Pirate, and no scurvy for you. Flash solo kill. Might Shy hitting you in the face.
When you're waiting for someone to find a way to break open the game, TheShy goes in for the solo kill. Massive advantage for CS right now as well. Looked like it was about 20 before we flipped over to whatever screen I'm sure only me and you on not. Yeah. As TT continued to double down on their bot lane, which is what we hit on before, right? That the CP here they look for as SofM being forced to flag and drag away because I take your job. Okay. And yeah, that's it.
That's okay, dude. Don't take my job. We went through this last time. We literally quoted the South Park episode last time on you. And it was when he was playing GP. And who was it up against? Who took his job?
It was OMG.
It was OMG, so it was...
Yeah,
it was you getting kicked
took
out.
His job.
He took his
and
job.
Literally took his job.
Yeah, it was a great episode.
If you guys haven't seen that game, it was one of the most brutal games of League of Legends ever. OMG versus TT. Shanji played Rumble.
Yeah.
It was absolutely ruthless. Two dragons over to the side of TT though this time around.
Oh,
that is pretty big. TT have consistently taken control of these dragons, right? Even in the first game, they were the ones hitting up early dragons rather than Weibo.
Love watching this trading in the top side there. Sorry, a different topic, but I noticed you talking about dragon stacking. I want to talk about something else. Look at CS difference mid, 148. Right now, Angel is having a pretty good CS game, and you know, Captain trying to get into this lane. You talk about him taking health trades a little bit earlier to pick up some of this CS and then move. But because of Angel, it feels like Captain hasn't been able to get it out of lane as much as he really wanted to.
Yeah, Angel just playing the matchup really well. I do think blind picking Galio in a meta where Corki and Viktor are so prevalent and they're still on the table is quite rough. I mean, heck, even Syndra, completely playable right now. I think there's a lot of things that do give Galio a hard time, which is why in Demacia, if you remember, we saw a lot of Galio in Demacia Cup early on. But it quickly and easily made its way out of fashion when we did get to the LPL with not really many players picking up Heck. Captain's really the only one that comes to mind when I'm thinking of who's playing Galio in the LPL right now.
That's right. Even people like Angel in the past, Galio these years, right? But right, it's lost popularity fast.
If Cryan is not picking it, that's a very telling sign.
Oh yeah. His phase looks a lot better at the moment. Captain running away. All right, Lyric. I've got 2 kills in 50 minutes. Not my league. What's coming up next? What should I be looking for? Hang on. I've answered my own question.
Okay, you already know,
I'm taking your job now. Okay, Frigid. Going to get helped out by SouthWind. There's no healing reduction on Weibo Gaming, and that's what I'm scared about.
It's very interesting how this matchup goes, right? Because neither team really wants to run into the other one. On one side, you're running into Yuumi, you're running into the Xin Zhao ult being popped, barrels being thrown at you. And for the side of Weibo, I mean, it goes the same, right? We already hit on Chaos Storm, Gravity Field, Aphelios' gun combination. So it really is a lot about who is able to get somewhere first, or these junglers trying to find interesting paths where they can dodge out on the other. Frigid has consistently stayed towards the bottom lane, so it seems like for Weibo, they've consciously made a choice to just cover Huanfeng and On to give them time to have an impact later on, because Huanfeng is falling so far behind. And heck, for SofM, both of your soul laners are winning naturally.
Yeah, they are. Again, the same as before, but SofM wants to deal with bot. Frigid up deep as well. Puff hitting away on the turret. SouthWind off and on once more, but that's going to be first turret blood over to TT. Getting excited. Puff right on in. The ultimate from the Yuumi as well. SouthWind going to get the lockdown, but an instant cleanse by Huanfeng. Nice and quick does it as he flashes away. He would have been hit by a big old rocket to Puff, and TT's bottom lane again. The wing
oh, wait, TheShy's TPing in.
Well, the Gragas has explosive cast and flash available, level 11 on top of Puff and SouthWind. Frigid zoning away SofM, but this Gragas has got something to prove with a TP response coming through. That's Captain, because you can't get anywhere nearby. His Cannon Barrage not available either. The explosive cast separates it now for Weibo Gaming. With a response there, are they going to go back on in? Captain has pulled the Predator out as well. TheShy sticking around as SofM behind enemy lines. He's spotted out by a cheeky ward. And Yu's just taking turret while this goes on. So Captain saving the day. And TT running to a gold lead despite the match from Angel.
2 turrets to 1 going in favor of TT. I'm glad we didn't see SofM run in on that play bot side, considering Huanfeng was still picking up the wave. Now we're also going to have 2 neutral objectives up. We're going to see where teams are going to split their focus, right? Herald and Dragon both being on the board. Teams have opposite control right now. TT do have vision on top side and vision on that Herald. For Weibo, they spot everything out that TT is doing in that bottom side of the map. So Weibo wanting to make their way down there with the vision control that they have been able to secure. Heck, this would be soul point for the side of TT.
It's big. Chemtech soul as well. That's what makes me think that, you know, the potential of this going to a game 3 there if TT can hold this strong. Got a Jinx right now who's an item and a half. Watch the range as Captain with Predator once again. Weibo moving to it late, but Huanfeng with several grabs him. Potential lockdown here, Lyrics. Dragon reset for the time being. We are in the dating phase once again. And Yu trying to get set up, but he gets no barrel check.
No, both people looking for the angle. Angel is trying to do a lot with his laser. Gravity field going down. Captain might be the time.
Well, there's the engagement. TT. Frigid's ulti. Nice. Separates TheShy. Dragon goes down. SofM is secured, but TheShy costs his life. As Captain's still not in it. SofM jumps around. Shield ran. Everfrost locks him down. TT trying to get near the gravity field from Angel. Beautiful zoning. Weibo Gaming, the Dragon cost their top laner. I'm trying to end out, or work out rather, is the fight over? Seems to be done for now as Frigid's still low, but a Yuumi by his side. Up gets ignited, so no healing for him. Yu again with the barrel chain. That hurts.
That barrel! That
really hurts. And that's why they're working out whether to go back on in, but for Weibo Gaming, the play ends there now, Lyric. This is big. TT. Another kill goes on to Puff the carry.
We knew it. We absolutely knew it. It is 9-game day. It is 100% a 9-game day. You could see there, right? Weibo are the team who felt pressured because, heck, TP are the team that are on soul point, so Weibo needs to be trying to secure this one. TheShy walking forward, trying to get some damage onto New. Opens up for the engage to come out from the side of TP. He has a very easy pair along. Xin Zhao gets the ultimate down, and they're able to finish him off because the rest of Weibo were focused on 1, the dragon, and 2, being zoned out by Captain. So they do get the dragon, but instantly having to fall back. And now we get to a point where, I mean, TT have a lot of tools, right? TT have 2 globals, so they can use Xin Zhao to look for picks on one side of the map, or even just heavily commit towards mid without having to dedicate the same amount of resources. For Weibo, they are definitely more of the death ball comp, right? They need to stay as a 5-man unit. This is why they've been rotating and keeping TheShy involved in the play so frequently. But this Yuumi is just doing so much with their ultimate to shut down any of the fights that Weibo want to be looking for.
Again, there's no healing reduction. There's Yuumi on the enemy team. There's no healing reduction yet. Huanfeng looks like he could be going for an XE. But TT feeling comfortable right now with the Yuumi by their side, and Puff is walking up so aggressively because of it. So right now, TT holding the cards. The Herald does go down in the last 5 seconds before it despawns. Weibo Gaming Lyric feels like they can open up one of the side lanes right now and put a bit more pressure back on TT to even up the goal.
The problem is, though, right, you have a Viktor and a Gragas as your soul laners. For Weibo, they really don't have any pressure on side lane first whatsoever. TheShy, I guess, has been winning his matchup, despite the fact that he probably shouldn't have so much pressure on this Gangplank. In early laning phase, yes, but we're going to get to the point now with Triforce built for New that he will just be fine in this laning phase. And for TP, we see them just continuously grouping up and enabling Puff. Frigid understands Puff is our win condition at this point. To move Yuumi around the map as well, you need Frigid to be around.
SofM hanging on the wing. But moving Frigid around, I also wanted to point out, before TheShy solo kills New again, because you know what, this might actually happen. Explosive Cask is available. New with the Triforce Lyric, a very good point you made that he's able to hold on.
Also, something we never mentioned.
Hello.
TheShy playing AP Gragas.
He
They've got too many AP Gragas, right? Almost every Gragas we've got so far has been Tank Gragas coming out.
Pretty much, yeah. With the Evercross coming through. Also the tier there as well, Lyric. I'm curious if we get the Fimble Winter, which looks most likely. The item that we've only really seen on the rises.
We've had it on Gragas a few times.
Okay, on Gragas too.
Yeah, I don't know if he would index into it on the AP Gragas, though. I mean, heck, right, we had Gragas in meta last year, and people would buy early tiers, just sit on this, and eventually sell them later on if the game did go long enough, just to be able to help them out with that sustain. So, yeah, we'll be following along with what TheShy is doing quite closely. So we're on the opposite side. For TT, right, they're hitting a lot of their item breakpoints as well. The big one being that Puff is a full item up over Huanfeng on the opposite side, having the Rapid Fire Cannon. Heck, even an extra BF sword on top of it. So, for Weibo, you just don't have anyone who can deal with the Jinx right now. I don't think you necessarily need to be looking for ultimately proactive plays. At this point, you're pretty much trying to buy time and deny TT from getting on soul point. So, Dragon is coming up in 50 seconds. We will start to see these teams posture for Dragon. TT, as we can see, maintain control over mid-wave with the strength and range coming out from Puff with that Rapid Fire Cannon. And I worry about team fights, right? Who's going to have the range to be able to take him down? You're going to need SofM to jump in, maybe TheShy to follow, Explosive Cask, Jinx into your team. But you have a Yuumi, whose ultimate shuts all of that down.
True. And also, you know, Xin Zhao against his team Lyric, something we haven't really mentioned. The fact that Chaos Storm, the Explosive Cask, especially from an AP Gragas and the barrel rolls, even the Aphelios, a lot of that damage mitigated by one simple ulti. The Frigid can buy the time, but Puff actually caught on out here. The ulti from the Yuumi going to come down the line, but now for SofM Cataclysm, he's actually zoned away. He tries to buy his own time, but the Cannon Barrage was perfect with the placement. No one can kill Puff. There's still no healing reduction, Lyric, and it's tilting me off the face of the earth.
Just the advantage in the bot lane so far
Frigid,
is eking over Frigid.
Yuumi, though. Oh my god, I can't take it. Now Puff's free firing as Captain flashes on in. Down, another one goes. It's Angel this time. And TT with a 2k gold lead. This is going to grow as on flashes behind Huanfeng. TheShy from over the wall. He's trying to do something, but now Huanfeng in trouble from the Jinx. Puff is unleashed. And there's nothing that Weibo can do about stopping this dragon that'll move to Soul Point.
And for the side of TT, I just can't imagine what can get onto your Jinx to be able to bring the threat, right? We already saw what we just talked about. TheShy, SofM doesn't want to jump onto the Jinx. It's too rough. Just from the fact of the advantage he has, the Yuumi ultimate able to come out, they lock him down, even chaining it with the choppers coming out from him as well. And then they are zoned off by the cannon barrage, not able to follow through. Bam! Instantly get a lead. We do see, though, the same thing goes both ways, right? Frigid tries to go in. You don't really want to run into the Weibo Gaming composition. Puff is able to, because on top of Jinx's outrage, naturally he has the rapid fire cannon, so has more ability to play off of. And yeah, who on the side of Weibo is ever going to be able to damage Puff? I think the answer is no one.
No one, because you've now got an Infinity Edge on Puff, who's going to be able to survive that long. This time, as Puff gets the fight, like SouthWind stuck on him. And Lyric, we are hitting bigger items now. 2 items on the GP in the top lane. New is going to be able to start dealing with this Gragas, who has just picked himself up the Cosmic Drive. Angel, who was so far ahead, who had a bounty because he's 50 CS ahead of his lane opponent, has now lost that after dying in the last fight too. So it feels like this game for Weibo Gaming, you did discuss that the scaling and the way these comps interacted looked favorable. But I'm starting to look at how Puff is in this game, and again, wondering about that range question you brought up. How will Weibo Gaming going to deal with this?
I think the fact that Puff is the one who's gotten so massive means that, I mean, the longer this game goes, the more it favors you. Heck, we know Yuumi as well, right? Huge champion, because SofM might be caught out. This game pretty much ends up being to whichever comp has to walk into the other will be the one that loses out. The one X factor could be TheShy, because if you can bring Gragas off on a side angle, hit, you know, a body slam onto Puff, barrel him into your team, well, there's that. I don't think Yuumi ultimate will end up doing too much if the Jinx is already on top of all the other carries. The problem with that is TheShy is AP Gragas. So if TheShy goes in for a play like that, he will just naturally get bursted out right away. AP Gragas simply having a different play style than the typical Gragas that we do see. I think you are playing a little bit more patient, weaving in those barrels, and looking for the right time to somewhat assassinate the enemy carries.
That's what it's going to be like, right? Simple as that. I'm glad you reinstated that with Puff the way he is, with the Yuumi on top of him as well. How dominant this game can look and continue to look for TT. They have a 3K gold lead, guys. They're on Soul Point at this point, and for TT, all these lanes getting shoved in. The vision control dominant too. Even the Baron is a real threat that Weibo Gaming right now. They're struggling to get anywhere near. As soon as TT move out of vision, Weibo Gaming have to go through the treacherous jungle that no longer belongs to them.
Treacherous jungles. We have all been there before, Hysterics. I'm not going to make the reference, though, because it's not a reference to be made on broadcast. And you know what?
Okay.
The Chem Tech fog is up. How does that make you feel?
Full of terror. Scared.
Hey, it is getting nerfed. I guess technically it's already nerfed because patch 12.2 has technically been released, even if it is not out.
True. It's at 12.13. Been on it for now 2 weeks. Here's a cannon barrage. It's actually a 1v1. Out of it with the explosive cast. TheShy, the flash away from New. We're getting close, but New wins it. Collector comes in clutch. The Super Mega Death Rocket just in case. And that was on a knife's edge, to say the very least.
New with the crucial flash away from that last body slam. Maybe that would have locked him down long enough for TheShy to also connect with the W or connect with the Q and be able to burst him out in the end. But guess what, TheShy? It did not. You cannot keep styling on New like this. And if you were here for Puff's pre-game interview, he asked, please, TheShy, don't be so dominant today. And it looks like TheShy being a good friend to his ex-AD carry.
At 28 minutes in though, solo kill, still a solo kill, and you should be happy with that one. 45 minutes until the soul comes up for TT. Lyric, this is the last time I'm going to say it. Chat, you got to take notice. Tell me who built healing reduction first, because I don't understand. I may be gold, but
Angel does. Angel does and Angel has.
He finally just got it. Oh my god, Angel deserves an MVP, but I don't know. MVP, secondary VP, because it doesn't look like Weibo Gaming are going to win the game at this point. As they move up towards Baron, Lyric, trying to bait them.
Flip the Baron! Flip it, let's go! Okay, Weibo are going in on it. They have the Aphelios, they have the guns ready. Let's see how it goes.
Puff and Captain have not spotted out TheShy. He gets a barrel roll once again. Frigid goes into the back line though. Angel flashes away. Ulti's out with the final chapter from SouthWind again. TT move away. Weibo Gaming can no longer flip it because TT are much healthier and Weibo Gaming don't want to die. But
oh, you're wrong, Hysterics. They
wrong.
Can't flip it, and they're going to flip it.
But they're on vision. The TP back on in. TheShy still has his ulti, and Puff not doing too much damage to the AP Gragas. Baron hasn't been started in second 5, Lyric, and we're just waiting to see if Weibo Gaming...
He's doing Dragon as well.
They run back.
He's doing Dragon.
Okay, so they're going to get the Chemtech Soul. They're going to get the Chemtech Soul. It's absolutely gone. Thank you for the stack. And
time to fight.
And with the Chemtech Soul, now it's going to be more like 10v5.
Yeah, we're keeping our eyes on. I think
good Cannon Barrage.
Confident to look for the engage. Cannon Barrage coming out.
I mean, On's almost dead. On is just almost dead. The wild growth onto Angel. SofM gets out. Thank you so much for the leash. They're back on it though, but Frigid, are you going to 50-50 SofM? Oh, he got it! You just gave him the Baron! You're the team that should be winning, but now for Weibo Gaming, they're still going to get slaughtered. Puff over the wall. Huanfeng with the dodge out. The Super Mega Death Rocket hits with just the tip. Triple kill, about to turn into more. TheShy running for his life, the last Baron on Weibo Gaming. The fact that TT burger flipped that one is definitely a surprise.
I mean, to be fair to TT, right, I don't think that's a flip on their side. Sure, they're technically flipping the smite on the Baron, but Weibo are committing. You're looking for the fight. Means TT are just going to win. This game, I think, is solidly over. Even if it's not over now, my God, would TT have to be some kind of bad to lose this game now?
Okay, well, not a McDonald's shop then. You know, TT didn't flip it, Lyric, and thank you for clarifying that for me. TheShy still has Baron.
They flipped it, but they flipped it nicely.
Landed on its side. You ever seen people in, you know, a pizza restaurant, a pizzeria, or what do you call them?
Yes,
Italian
yes,
restaurant.
I know what you mean. Like, yeah, like when they throw the pizza dough. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And it flipped back down perfectly.
It did do that. As no, we're gonna go to the replay. So TT bought time to give them Chemtech Soul. They make their way onto Baron. For Weibo, maybe this would be good, or for TT the flip would be bad if the rest of the members weren't staying here and you were just trying to get the skill with SofM. You're trying to keep some of these Barons alive on opposite members. But the follow through here, Puff gets the reset, instantly flashes over the wall, keeps going, shoots out the ultimate. Cool people don't look at explosions, so he keeps running forward to find a kill on TheShy. And 7-0-0 on Jinx. More importantly, 0-0-7 on Yuumi.
Oh,
you decide which was more of the key player.
It's a mirror.
But Yuumi can't be 007. Not cool enough champion. I'm so sorry. So I think it's got to go to Puff. The 4-item Jinx with a stopwatch in hand. You look at Yuumi as well. Mikhail's blessing there. All keep to Puff alive. Hey, Elder's coming up in 3 minutes 30. That's a negative 3,000 Baron though. So might not be worth Lyric, but the game still goes on, and I'm excited to see if there's any gas left in the tank for this team that is getting sieged towards their top lane turret. Like, how hard is it to defend right now?
Yeah, and I'd like to see New to continue pushing out that mid wave. Actually, Captain having his ultimate back up now makes sense if they are looking for the swap. Captain can be able to join the heroic entrance at any time. Just keeping down this turret. Heck, now even a Maw coming out for Puff. Just putting respect on both TheShy and Angel. Double AP coming out as their threat. Heck, feels like Angel is the one doing the brunt of the damage. Even TheShy being quite accelerated on 3 items. So I like the itemization and respect coming out from Puff. Being scared, not wanting to throw away this game.
Would appreciate you stop saying heck, Lyric, as TheShy goes in on top of Puff, goes gold first. Remember, Mikhail's blessing is there as the final chapter comes through. Puff again, not dying for now. Cataclysm on top of him. Puff just keeps getting healed up. The Yuumi heal at this point in the game. Bonkulous as Puff walks forward onto Huanfeng. This is a done deal. New will take away that triple. And ladies and gentlemen, Lyric has been going since the start of our 3 series day, and it will continue for one more game. TT get their first ever LPL individual game win. They're going to World.
Yup. Hey, Puff said it. Puff said it in his opening interview. We will beat Weibo today. Puff, not a man of many words. Puff is also not a liar. So, nice job, Puff. Especially Puff at SouthWind, right?